What's the word, you two? What's the word, you thizzle? What's the word, you tizzle? What's the word, you hit it? What's going on, man? Hey, man, today, man, now look, first thing first, today is going to be a very touchy video. Y'all probably wasn't expecting that, but I don't know if y'all know, but I feel like I know Elvis, bro. I feel like I definitely know a lot about Elvis, and I feel like I got a good judgment of his character and who he is as a person, right? So I'm saying that to say this video right here is not, I typically don't like believe things that I hear that's not from like that person. So this video is gonna be Priscilla Presley revealing some unsettling words that Elvis used to say to her at night. So we're gonna see what's going on with this. I'm not gonna just believe it off rip. Like I type just, it's two sides to every story, and I'm like a subjective like thinker. So if I'm always playing devil's advocate to everything, and I just like, if I hear one side of the story, I'll be like, all right, well, what made them do this, or why that, or what are you not saying, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So this video not even coming from Priscilla's mouth neither. This is like a narrator like talking over it. I just skimmed through it. I didn't really hear what she was saying, nothing. I just kind of was seeing what was going on, and it's just like a narrator speaking, like reading the article or something, but it's like pictures and whatnot. So we about to see what's going on. Check this out. I'm curious. Maybe this is like propaganda to make Elvis look bad to the media and whatnot. Let me look this up real quick. I feel like I should definitely know who Priscilla Presley is. I don't know if this is his daughter or his girl. So she was married to Elvis from 1967 to 1973. Okay, so this is what she looks like. Y'all might know who she is, what she looks like and whatnot. But this is her, Priscilla Presley. So this is his wife, his ex-wife. Let's get straight to it, man. I'm curious. I hope they're not bashing my man, because y'all know I feel like I got like a little connection with Elvis or something, bro. I feel like Elvis, he part of the family. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling for real. But let's get straight to it, man. Let's go. I don't want them to be bashing somebody that I feel like I know. You know what I'm saying? Let's go though, man. Damn, loud as hell. What? Why do they do these intros like?
Priscilla Presley was very much in love.
All right, so we got this lady right here. Now, lady, how we know what you saying is facts? What are you reading off of? Who is your sources? And then who is they sources? Feel me?
With Elvis. Even after they divorced, she held a candle for him. But she's also told stories about their marriage, which have very much raised questions and eyebrows. Among them is a tale, first revealed in 1985, about what he used to tell her when they laid together in bed at night.
Let's get it.
Priscilla was only 14 years old when she first encountered Elvis. He was serving in the U.S. Army at that time, and she met him during a house party at his German residence. He was 24, a whole 10 years older, but Elvis was immediately taken by the teenager and made up his mind to date her.
Oh, wow.
Older men dating much younger women wasn't an entirely...
Okay, so I can see why some of y'all people today would say that Elvis was a pedophile. I don't feel like this makes him a pedophile, because this is definitely a different time, a different era, a different way of thinking, a different acceptance in relationships, and just a different system. Well, not a different system, but a different just thought process. So I don't think he's a pedophile for that.
Unusual sight in 1950s America, though obviously it's shocking to us today. Some of Elvis's friends had doubts about his new love interest, however. Priscilla, for her part, wrote about her first meeting with Elvis for People magazine in 1985. According to her, as soon as she was introduced to Elvis, he asked, "What are you, about a junior or senior in high school?" Embarrassed, she whispered that she was in the 9th grade.
Damn.
He laughed and said, "Why, you're just a baby." Some biographers and friends think that Elvis was attracted to women who reminded him of his mother, Gladys. The two had been very close.
See, this is what I'm saying. Do you see what I'm saying? You see how she just threw that in there real quick? That's why I wish that you could just like get answers like as a robot. Cause sometimes what humans tend to do is what she just did. She just threw out a opinion, and people gonna take that as a fact and run with that. Like she said, some biographers or whatever word she used, some people think that Elvis was attracted to girls that reminds him of his mother. Now, I have heard that to be true. Like, oh, I guess a man is gonna treat a woman how he treats his mother. That don't mean I guess a man is gonna find a woman that reminds him of his mom type of way. But you see how like she said that, and then I feel like people are going like they're not gonna hear the part where she said some biographers think that Elvis do that. They just going, oh, Elvis. And then I'm gonna make a reaction video to an Elvis video. Let's say I'm a new reaction channel. Which I am. I haven't really reacted to Elvis, and I make a first time ever reacting to Elvis video, right? And then my comment is gonna say, oh yeah, well you know he was attracted to girls that remind him of his mother. And they're gonna say it as if like they know, and I'm gonna sit there and believe it because I wouldn't have no other choice but to believe it. But the whole time it's just an opinion on how somebody else feel about him. You see what I'm saying? This is how like you gotta really listen between the lines or whatnot. And she just threw that in there and said it as if it was like a fact or whatnot. But so I'm listening subjectively. You feel me?
To women who reminded him of his baby. Some biographers and friends think that Elvis was attracted to women who reminded him of his mother, Gladys. The two had been very close. Allegedly, they would speak in baby talk to each other even when Elvis was a grown adult. And it was not long after Gladys's death that Elvis met Priscilla. Soon enough, Priscilla began seeing Elvis. She wrote for people. Gradually, a pattern developed. Elvis would call after 7 to let me know that I'd be picked up at 8. I had to dress quickly, trying to find some way to appear older than my age. At times, I'd borrow my mother's clothes and hope everyone would assume.
Damn. Oh no, bro. This is crazy. Damn, bro. She does look young as hell right here. But in this picture, she doesn't look young. But right here, she definitely. Damn. So she used to have to dress up to look older. I mean, if this is his preference, this is what he liked, it's like, it's nothing wrong with it.
That I was at least 16. According to biography.com, meanwhile, Elvis allegedly told his friend Rex Mansfield that he liked her youth. She was young enough that I can train her any way I want. Despite that, according to Priscilla...
Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Bro, you can always... Bro. That's what I'll be saying, bro. That's why I don't trust people, bro. You can always... I can fuck around and say, yeah, you know, Elvis allegedly said this. And then biography.com can... Bro, using allegedly, you can say anything. You can say anything. Elvis allegedly told his friend Rex Mansfield something. Allegedly. No facts, no proof, no nothing. But so why is it even, if it's not a fact, why is it even in there? Cause y'all know what y'all doing, bro. Y'all know that y'all can twist and persuade people's opinions on this man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all saying allegedly he told his friend, oh yeah, I could train her the way I want to. Now, he might have thought that or said that, but that's alleged. So don't even say it. Don't even say that if it's not allegedly or not. Cause you can either make that turn him out. You can either use that to persuade him in a bad light or a good light. Cause you know what y'all doing, man.
Meanwhile, Elvis allegedly told his friend Rex Mansfield that he liked her youth. She was young enough that I can train her any way I want. Despite that, according to Priscilla, she and Elvis didn't consummate their relationship.
Now y'all making him sound like an evil person. Like, oh yeah, I could make her the way I want her to be. Like now y'all like, yeah, come on, man. Elvis didn't consummate their relationship for a long time.
For a long time. She wrote in the People piece, "I was young, desperately in love, and he could have taken advantage of me. But he quietly said, 'No, someday we will, Priscilla, but not now. You're just too young.'" Priscilla also revealed to People that Elvis was keen to give her drugs. As she began falling behind in school due to her relationship with the singer, he handed her some small white pills. But Priscilla apparently opted not to take the drugs. She wrote for People, "Later, I learned that the pills were dexedrine, which Elvis had discovered in the army. He told me he'd begun taking sleeping pills shortly before he'd been drafted. He dreaded insomnia and feared sleepwalking, which had plagued him periodically since childhood." Come March 1960, Elvis had finished his army service and moved away from Germany. Priscilla, still very young, stayed behind with her parents. They warned her that Elvis would probably forget all about her once he was gone, but she refused to believe it. She sent him letters in bright pink envelopes, which would stand out amongst his other mail. Priscilla had doubts about how faithful Elvis would be, however. Eventually, though, Priscilla and Elvis managed to arrange with her parents to let her go to the United States to see him. They said that Priscilla absolutely had to send them a letter every day, but instead, she pre-wrote the letters and gave them to one of Elvis's...
God damn, every single day? That's annoying as hell. Can you imagine that? Writing a letter every day. Every day. 365 letters a year. 365 letters, bro. Every day. Every day, write a letter. A letter.
Then she went with her older boyfriend to Las Vegas. Before long, it became inevitable that Priscilla would move in with Elvis, so the Presley and Beaulieu families came to an arrangement. Priscilla would live in Memphis with Elvis's parents, rather than him, and she'd attend a good school. Eventually, when Priscilla had graduated and was old enough, she would become the rock star's wife. During this time, Elvis began telling Priscilla what she should wear. She wrote in the second part of her People piece, "He liked me in red, blue, turquoise, emerald green, and black and white, the same colors he himself wore. He hated browns and dark green, colors he inextricably associated in his mind with the army." Elvis also...
Oh, yeah. Hey, I could feel that, man. I could feel that.
got Priscilla porcelain caps for her teeth and allegedly demanded she wear lots of makeup. The singer also apparently controlled his girlfriend's hair, and he appeared to be making her look more like himself with every passing day. Her hair was also dyed black like his, and it was styled in a way reminiscent of his famous pompadour. This was a whole new world for Priscilla, and it was an odd one to say the least. She wrote, "I was leading a double life, a schoolgirl by day, a femme fatale by night." But she was also in some sense
girl, you was probably lucky as hell. Look out of here. They're trying to make it sound like, it was so hard. No. You was lucky and you was blessed because you was Elvis's future wife, and a lot of girls wanted your spot. A lot of women wanted your position. Don't come on here and make it sound like he was like, because I rock with Elvis, you know what I'm saying? Don't come on here and make it sound like it was overwhelmingly a lot and he was controlling all this stuff and whatnot. Is it really that much of a hassle to wear a turquoise dress over a dark green dress? Is it really that much of a hassle to always look at your best? It sounds like he want her to be, cause they move it around as a unit, right? And if you Elvis, you want your significant other to be in your same type of aura. You can't, if he wearing these type colors and then you coming around dressing like you just, sir, dressing like that, you know what I'm saying? It's just like the vibe is just getting thrown off, and then he got your hair like that. I'm pretty sure it was probably fun as hell to be worrying about stuff like that at your age, you know what I'm saying? Especially you going back to school. Oh yeah, girl, you know, she going back to school. Oh yeah, flexing, we're not talking about her and Elvis. Now her little friends, they can't wait to hear what's going on and whatnot. Oh yeah, I seen you in the magazine yesterday. So come on, you know what I'm saying? Don't come on here and make it sound like he put so much pressure on her and all that. No, she was having fun, and if it wasn't for this stuff, her life probably wouldn't have been this fun at a young age. She probably would have been back in Germany just being a regular girl. getting her heart broke and stuff.
As a mom to her boyfriend, Priscilla wrote in People,
Let me see.
but she was also in some sense serving as a mom to her boyfriend. Priscilla wrote in People, I love babying Elvis. Elvis apparently did some very strange things while he was with Priscilla. At this time, Elvis was allegedly taking drugs on a regular basis. Priscilla noted in her People piece, it took him at least 2 to 3 hours to wake up fully. He was groggy and irritable from the sleeping pills, which were causing him to sleep as many as 14 hours a day.
Damn.
It seemed only natural for him to take some Dexedrine to wake up. Priscilla said she too took drugs alongside him, adding, I began taking sleeping pills and diet pills too. 2 Placidils for him and 1 for me. A Dexedrine for him and 1 for me. Eventually Elvis's consumption of pills seemed as normal to me as watching him eat a pound of bacon with his Spanish omelet. And then there was the problem of other women. For the 1964 musical movie, Viva Las Vegas, Elvis's co-star was the pretty actress Anne Margaret. The media began reporting that the two of them had become very close, and Priscilla was suspicious. However, Elvis insisted that there was nothing going on. Priscilla endured the rumors until a newspaper reported that Elvis and Anne Margaret were engaged.
What?
Although filming on Viva Las Vegas was already finished, the on-screen couple were still being spotted out and about together. Elvis was angry, but Priscilla was so furious that she threw a vase at the wall, smashing it. According to Priscilla in the People piece, in response, Elvis then hurled her onto the bed. I want a woman who's going to understand that things like this might just happen. Are you going to be her or not?
Hey, you know what's crazy? I was just, look, if y'all know who Kevin Samuels is a 50-year-old man on YouTube. He has that like 400, 500K or whatnot. And he talks about these things. Let me pause it real quick because I'm about to say some real stuff real quick, man. He talks about high value men and whatnot a lot. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm definitely on the route to becoming a high value man. And he was saying a high value man, things like this will definitely happen because when you're at this level of income, you are in the 10% of all men in the country, in the world. So 99% of women is gonna want you. Even if you're not Elvis, if you are making this crazy, it's not just money that makes you a high value man, it's a lot of different things, right? But if you're already in that 10%, you're separated from 90% of men, bro. So 99% of women are gonna want you. So for a woman to want to be married to a high value man, they might have to deal with men just sometimes taking advantage of their options and whatnot. Because as a wife of this type of man, you benefit so much that it's almost worth it for to let him go and do his thing from time to time. You know what I'm saying? Because you getting benefits that 99% of women won't, and they probably won't get. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like that definitely just comes with it, especially if he like a rock star, superstar. It's definitely inevitable that he's gonna step out from time to time. And like Kevin Samuels say, he be saying it's not even at that point the man is not even cheating. It's just he's exploring or I don't want to say exploring his options, but he's just taking advantage of his opportunity and whatnot. It's not even considered cheating at that point. As long as he just don't bring no STD home, and he don't bring a baby home, and he don't bring another wife home or something, then it's okay. I guess the woman has to come to that agreement with that man. And that definitely makes a lot of sense. Especially if you Elvis. Especially if you're Elvis. That's bound to happen. Come on now. He's not gonna be faithful for the rest of his life to that one woman. You at this level? Come on now, man.
And it seemed that, despite everything, she was. Yet Priscilla was pretty sure that her boyfriend was cheating a lot with multiple women. It appears that relationship between Elvis and Priscilla was not a healthy one, and yet she didn't leave him for a long time. What?
And look, it's not even cheating though. It's not even cheating.
Not. Perhaps it was because of what she alleged was the strange, controlling hold he had on her.
Here comes the flimsy little added perspective and the flimsy little not so facts but opinions. Here they come. Be ready. Brace yourself. We gonna hear some one-sided story that's not even completely one-sided. Cause it's not just gonna be Priscilla words. I'm pretty sure they're gonna add in some more allegeds and some more what other people thought and stuff. Like she just said, it would seem to be that their relationship was not a healthy one. How would you know if you wasn't in a relationship? It might seem to be unhealthy to you, cause that might be not healthy to your standards, but it might have been healthy to them. Let's get it.
At nighttime, Priscilla claimed to people Elvis would apparently reveal his innermost thoughts to her. Priscilla wrote, "Each night that I was with him, he entrusted a little more of himself, his doubts, his secrets, and his frustrations.
As
it was a lot to expect someone my age to understand, but I tried. I listened to his desires to become a great actor like his idols Marlon Brando, James Dean, Carl Malden, and Rod Steiger." Priscilla went on, "Nights when his mood was calm and peaceful, he would describe his ideal woman and tell me how perfectly I fit this image. He liked soft-spoken brunettes with blue eyes. He wanted to mold me to his opinions and preferences. Fidelity was very important to him, especially on the women's part." Elvis married Priscilla in 1967, reportedly under pressure from the latter's father and the singer's manager, Colonel Parker. She was 21 by that point, and her daughter, Lisa Marie, was born exactly 9 months after the wedding day. But it wasn't to last. By 1972, they were separated and divorced by the following year. As many of us know, Elvis then passed away in 1977, and it shocked the world. He was discovered on his bathroom floor by his girlfriend at the time, Ginger Eldon, a woman he had proposed to, but allegedly had no intent of actually marrying. Years of drug use had destroyed his body, and it had finally caught up with him. Looking back on her life with Elvis, Priscilla seems to have mixed feelings about some of it.
Is Priscilla still alive? Let me see. Priscilla. So her last name is Presley, though. So she still goes by Priscilla Presley. How the hell you spell? Don't judge me, dog. Oh, she's still alive? She's 75. What? Imagine if Elvis was still alive. Damn. She's still alive. That's crazy.
Particularly the molding part. And in her explosive 1985 biography, Elvis and Me, ghost-written by Sandra Harmon, Priscilla claimed that Elvis probably had a need to control her. According to the book, she had often been fearful of not pleasing him, of destroying my image as his little girl. And the biography itself saw some success. It was actually made into a television film in 1988. But time has passed since then. In 2015, Priscilla sat down with British TV host Jonathan Ross and gave a candid description of her time with Elvis. She said, "You start losing yourself and who you are, and people always wanted to know, and still do actually, want to know about him, and I do understand it a lot better now than when I was younger." Elvis's one-time wife went on, "I was kind of lost really in who I was earlier in my life. I really didn't have teenage years. I learned so much about him and was with him so much that I thought the way he did. I knew what he liked and what he didn't like. I knew his thoughts. I knew everything as far as you could possibly do when you lived together at such a young age." And in a 2016 interview on the TV show Loose Women, Priscilla went even more in depth. Her life with Elvis had been quite a closed one, she said. She explained, "He didn't really go out. He didn't like eating in restaurants because people would take pictures of him. We literally lived in a bubble." Priscilla added, "I didn't have my teenage years as a normal girl, obviously, so I had to adapt, and I guess I did adapt," she continued. "I just sort of followed what Elvis did. I mean, you lived his life. You honestly didn't have your own life." Regarding the friends she had at that time in her life, people who could have widened her horizons, Priscilla said, "I was with his friends, and I was with the wives of his friends. They were pretty much chosen for me. It was lonely and I didn't have any information of what was going on with my age group." After the separation and divorce, Priscilla said, "It was a journey.
And that's the thing too, like they didn't have phones at the time where they can like keep up with what's going on. Like right now, I can get on my phone and I can just go on a couple of social media apps and I see what's going on with people around my age and whatnot, and I can see what's new, what's going on, what the drama is, what the problem is, who got in a fight and whatnot. I can keep up with that stuff, but uh, without back then, it's like they didn't have none of that. So she's kind of literally stuck in this bubble.
Never had therapy, but
Do I feel sympathy for her? Hell no. You was blessed. You was Elvis's wife.
it's quite a journey. I didn't sign a check until I was 29 years old. Everything was there for me, but it was as a woman. I didn't really know who I was. My considerations were his considerations. My fears were his fears. My likes were his likes. Priscilla said that she was 27 years old when she gained a sense of self. That was the age she split up from Elvis. She told Loose Women, I did not divorce him because I didn't love him. He was the love of my life, truly. If anything, I left because, and I still loved him, I needed to find out what the world was like really. Priscilla
I feel
added that even
though.
after the divorce, the greatest thing about our relationship was that we still loved each other.
I feel that though. She definitely needed to figure out who she was and find out more about herself. Crazy thing is, I feel like if they was together still, he probably wouldn't have ended up dying. Like, the fact that he was found dead in the bathroom lets me know that his girlfriend was somewhere else in that big ass probably house and not really keeping up with what was going on with him and her. She probably understood his patterns and probably would have understood that, okay, this man just took some pills today. I did take some pills today too. Where is he? Oh, he's been in that bathroom for a long time. Let me go check up on him because I know something might not be right. He simply doesn't be in the bathroom this long or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. She probably could have ended up preventing him from passing away at such a young age because I don't care what nobody say. Anything under 50 is like young. Even at 50, you're not really old for real. But like 40 down at like 45, 47, 46, 48, 30, whatever. That's a young age, bro. That's like 20 years away from me right now. 20 more years. That's not old at all, bro. 40 is not old. So I'm taking advantage of my youth right now because I understand that I'm not gonna be this forever, and I'm gonna really take advantage of it. That's why I'm doing my military, doing 4 years, get in, get out, get the GI Bill, get the benefits. Yeah, it's cool to be a patriot. Yeah, you doing for your country, whatnot. I'm not doing this for the love of the country. I'm definitely doing it for the benefits. And as like a lot of people, some people will lie to y'all. Some people actually do it because they're a patriot. But I understand that if I was to die tomorrow, being in the military and whatnot, I'll get replaced like that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm being realistic. I'm out there, man. Like, subscribe, comment. More bangers coming, man. Every day, man. I'm out, man. That was very informative. I want to see Priscilla Presley talk. Maybe I should go dig deep more into Priscilla Presley, see her interview or something. I'm out there, man. Let's get it, man. Let's go, yeah.